Alrighty, this is a short video clip of how to assemble a platform. We've got the small platform here. Basically, I like to use a pair of scissors. We have here some priming fluid, a little bit of cement, a tape measure, a rag, just a adjustable spanner and a pair of pliers for the wheels, and a saw. And the saw is used for cutting the legs. First of all, you're going to need to take it out of the box. You'll see it comes packaged, all wrapped up. So the first thing I tend to do is just cut off the plastic. Okay. One of the first things we'll need to do is cut the legs. You can tell the legs apart from the handrail assembly because the handrail assembly has these little threaded things with these little screws on there. So put that aside for later. This here comes in handy, the long piece for our base assembly. So I tend to put that aside. This bit is for the handrail as well. So I'll put that over here with the handrail assembly. One of the things you'll need to do with the base assembly is pull out the little connector. That's just for packaging. This piece might come in handy later, but essentially it's just rubbish, so I tend to throw that in the box. Okay, also packaged is the wheels. That goes on at the last part, so I'll chuck that near the base assembly as well. And this is what I'm after, our 4 legs. The 4 legs need to be cut to your desired pull depth height. As you can see here, this platform is going to be used in about 1.2 metres of depth. So once you have your legs out, you need to go over to the box or to your assembly instructions, and you'll see here we've actually prepared a table, and this table here has leg length for pull depth. So at 1200 or 1.2 metres, we need to cut these at 430 millimetres. So getting your legs out, it's really, really important that these legs are all cut at exactly the same length. Measure your length. We need 430 millimetres for 1.2 metre of pull depth. Measure a mark where you want it. For me, that's there. We've also, in the little bag where the wheels are, got a little guide clip to cut straight. I find using this to help draw a straight line on there will help guide you to keep it straight. Okay, so go down to that line you've drawn and just draw that right around, and that'll just help guide you. All right, you'll need to repeat that 4 times on each of the legs. All right, all 4 legs measured up and lined. It's time to cut them. This is the method I find the easiest to keep it straight if you're in a pool environment. Nice and slowly, just with a basic saw will do. Repeat that for the other 3 legs. Fantastic, so all 4 legs should be the same height. They're ready to go. Okay, now the legs are cut to the right length. It's time to assemble the base assembly and then put the legs into that. First thing you need to do is make sure everything's really well primed. If the PVC is not primed, it will not be quite as strong. So grab yourself some PVC primers fluid, or acetone will work. Put it on a rag and then use that for all the bits that you're going to join. The long piece for the middle, just on each end, that doesn't need to be cut. And then just give inside those fittings a little bit of a wipe. When they travel, they do get a little bit of dust, and we don't want dust or oil in there. Okay, good work. Okay, gluing it. When you use the cement, we always use the clear cement. As you can see, it comes out clear. If you make a mess, it's much less of a problem and much more aesthetic. Put it on both edges. Just the first 30 millimetres on each edge will be absolutely fine. Excellent. Okay, the base assembly is complete. Now it's just a matter of putting your platform onto the base assembly. This is best done with 2 people. I often do it on my own if I have to, and the easiest method I've found I'll just go through right now. First of all, make sure that it's ready to go. Line it up. It's a different width. It's not completely square, so you need to make sure that you're going to put it onto the right way. Line up the legs. This is the correct way, out of experience. Lie that flat. So this process needs to be done fairly quickly because we're going to put glue in 8 places, so you can't really hang around. So make sure you've got plenty of glue. So racing around. Get it roughly on top. Line up one. Press down a little bit. Line up another one. And then make sure it's all the way home. That one then just push down a bit. Another good way is just to sit on it, not with too much weight, just enough. Perfect. Okay, the final part is the handrail. Unpackage the handrail, and basically the same process as previously. Grab your glue, but before you glue, grab your primer. Prime all the ends that you're aiming to glue. You can start gluing. These ends with the nuts on there, they go on the outside. The one with no nut, that goes on the inside of the handrail. And that'll make plenty of sense once you start using them. Same thing, make sure it's home, push all the way down to make sure they're the same height. Good. Now it's all glued, it's pretty much ready, but the one last thing to do is to put the wheels on the platform. So put your handrail aside. Tip the platform over. Grab your wheels and put them in. These wheels are a godsend for any swimming instructor that has to put these platforms away, so packing up and setting up. Very importantly, when you're putting the wheels on, is just tighten them enough, don't over tighten. We use 316 stainless steel, so they'll never rust, and we have lock nuts, so they'll never fall off. If you over tighten, the wheel can't turn, so make sure that there's plenty of movement for that wheel. One wheel completed. Okay, putting it together. The handrails come like this so you can stack them up if you need to. Makes storing them much easier. But obviously to use them, we like to have the handrails in there so we can have a class on either side and also give the kids something safe to hold on to. Just a matter of putting them in the holes. A little bit of a tap. With these nuts, some staff might want to try and over tighten them, but just finger tight is enough. If they go on too tight, they can be hard to get off. They can also double thread, so make sure it's always very lightly screwed on. There we go. The Swim Teacher platform, ready to rock.